So I just wanted to make one thing extremely clear here, okay? So yes, I have determined, based on my own research, my own observation of hundreds and hundreds of people, and my own direct experience, that it is very harmful for the vast majority of people to remove animal products from their diet completely. And I strongly believe that this is true, and I think most of the vegans that argue with me over this, they probably just have not had enough experience with their health to determine this on their own. Either that, or maybe they're doing just fine. But I think most people just don't understand. They haven't gone through the things I have, haven't observed the people and things that I have. And it's usually new vegans who just are riding the hype train and have just watched a documentary or something like that within the last like month or so. They're still new vegans and they haven't really ran into the health problems that most of us have that have done a vegan diet for, a year or more. Anyway, I don't hate vegans. I really don't, okay? In fact, speaking to a lot of people that are just average citizens that don't care about their health, it makes me hurt inside. It makes me hurt a lot. What really hurts me, and what I guess you could say I hate, I don't say I hate it, but it hurts me. What really gets me is when people just don't care about their health. And I know a lot of vegans follow a vegan diet because of ethics and they don't want to hurt animals and things. Um, and they don't care too much about their own health. That I feel like is a logical fallacy, and I just feel like there is counterproductive because when you yourself are not in optimal health, you are unable to help other people to your fullest extent. I feel like you're doing a disservice to the world and a disservice to yourself when you are neglecting your own health to try to help other people. I feel like you could help so many more people, so many more animals, so much more higher purpose in the world if you take care of your own health first. And I feel like it's very easy to kind of come to that conclusion. I don't feel like there's much sensible arguments against that. Um, but regardless, my main issue is people who don't care about their health, okay? I think if you're following a vegan diet and you truly believe that it is the healthiest thing that you can do, and especially if you're curing your chronic diseases, and if you truly are feeling your best and feeling great and feeling healthy, I think that that's what really matters. I don't want to be that guy who makes people feel bad about their food choices if their food choices are actually heavily benefiting them. Because I'm all about what is giving people results. Like, that's really what I'm about. Now, most vegans won't be able to see that because they disagree with my opinions on health, because they don't want to believe that there's a lot of people healing chronic diseases on a heavily meat-based diet. They don't want to believe that. They don't want to believe that there really are a lot of people who suffered chronic illness caused by plant foods, and they healed it by going to a primarily animal-based diet. It's sad, but that's what bias and cognitive dissonance will do to you. It's true, and also for a lot of meat-based dieters, the same thing happens. We can't accept the fact that there might be healthy vegans, and that there's a lot of people who think vegetables are unhealthy for you, and I think that that's foolish. I think there's a lot of people that are intolerant to vegetables. I don't think that vegetables are unhealthy in general. And I think that it can be remedied through different protocols, but it can be very hard. Some people really have no other option but to eat a beef-based diet, which is hard. Anyway, as long as you care about your own health, like that's what I really care about, okay? Now, the reason why I'm so hard on vegans is because I get a lot of ignorant comments from vegans who just simply don't want to read about the people's experiences that have healed on a meat-based diet. They want to believe that population studies are more important than hundreds and hundreds of anecdotes from people experiencing the same results, the same benefits, the same healing from the same diet, a meat-based diet. People, they say anecdotes don't matter, they're meaningless. They want to see food questionnaire studies and population data. Even though there is population data, like Hong Kong, who has the longest life expectancy and eat the most red meat per capita, but they have excuses for that. It's the healthcare system that they have is so advanced because they're so wealthy. But again, I'm just saying that's the reason why, like, it's irritating me. It's like, damn, like, we have plenty of very good evidence that people are healing on a meat-based diet, but it's just that they've been brainwashed and they've been hyping themselves up. They just want to believe that what they're doing is the best. They want to feel really, really good about what they're doing and then put down the opposition. You know, putting down other people to make your ideology higher. That's ego. But again, like, I have an issue with ignorance. I have an issue with anti-science, which that's what dogma is. And people who disregard the benefits of these, you know, animal-based diets and disregard the hundreds and thousands of people who really are suffering on a vegan diet, whether you want to say it's their unhealthy gut microbiome or, you know, they're doing the vegan diet wrong. It's anti-science when you're disregarding a shit ton of evidence. Anecdotes are extremely valuable when it comes in the hundreds and thousands. You know, it's foolish, especially when these population data don't consider what type of meals are people eating red meat in. You know, it's very easy to look at the average society who eat hamburgers, french fries, hot dogs, and that's their red meat consumption. It's very easy to correlate that with disease. But then how many of these studies look at people who eat ribeye steaks with broccoli and spinach? You know, I'm pretty sure it's going to be drastically different outcomes compared to the french fry, soda, hamburger, potato chip group. Anyway, I hate that. I hate the ignorance. I hate the bias. I hate arguing with people who haven't really even read their own vegan studies. They haven't even read the population data. They just assume that they know what they're talking about. They assume that the data is strong, and they assume that there's a reason why so many people believe red meat is bad, but they haven't actually examined the evidence. It's ignorance is what I don't like. And it happens to be very strong amongst really any dietary tribe. I mean, honestly, there's a whole lot of ignorance going on in paleo, in keto, and in carnivore. But me personally, I just happen to be on the strong belief that a meat-based diet is great for a lot of people, because I've experienced superhuman benefits myself. And then when I was vegan for a year, I had horrible problems. And so, of course, I'm going to be looking at vegan, because I get a lot of ignorant vegans who come on my channel and who argue. And I see the same dumb things over and over again. Brand new vegans, they say, logic and reasoning destroys carnist nonsense every time. And those people who say that probably haven't even examined the research themselves. They probably haven't used critical thinking, logic, and reasoning themselves. But yet they're claiming that they're the ones who are using logic and reasoning. That just because you believe in meat diets means that you're illogical and lack critical thinking. Like, that irritates me. So, as long as you care about your health, and a lot of vegans, they are so attached to the vegan dogma, the vegan self-image, that they cannot admit when the vegan diet is failing them. And so they go on years and years of suffering, and then they finally come out and admit, yeah, I was suffering from the vegan diet. And the dogma, the tribalism was keeping me from accepting that to myself. Like Vegan Gains and his depression, throwing out his back and dislocating both his knees on the vegan diet, and not making any gains for years. Anyway, leave your questions and comments down below. As long as you care about your health, I care about you, and I'll talk to you on the next video.